There are two main topics on today's agenda: the Russian aggression against Ukraine and the situation in the Middle East. Over the lunch, we'll have an informal exchange of views with the President of the European Investment Bank, Nadia Calvino. On the EU military assistance to Ukraine, there is some progress, especially following the G7 agreement on the use of windfall profits from the Russian frozen assets. We will support the swift agreement on the 7 proposals by the High Representative under the European Peace Facility. I will inform my colleagues about the signature in the margins of NATO summit in Washington of the security cooperation agreement with Ukraine. Another priority is to support the energy sector in Ukraine, which is constantly under massive attack from Russia. This is why it is really important to continue assisting Ukraine to protect its energy infrastructure, to replace the damaged equipment and to provide with electricity. Romania will continue to work with Ukraine and Republic of Moldova in order to improve and increase the interconnectivity in the energy sector. On the sanction, it is important to keep the pressure on Russia. EU needs to respond to Russia's hybrid threats against member states, against Ukraine and Republic of Moldova. This is why we support the adoption of a new sanction regime against Russia's destabilizing activity abroad. On the peace summit, Romania's position is very clear. We support President Zelensky's peace formula as a way for a long, for a lasting and just peace in Ukraine, with Ukraine and for Ukraine, based on UN Charter and international law. On the Middle East, we are very concerned about the volatility of the security situation, especially at the border between Lebanon and Israel. EU needs to continue its support for the government of Lebanon, especially because it's really important to keep the country out of the conflict. Romania supports the President Biden peace plan and a strong coordination with US, UK and regional partners. It's important to avoid multiplication of peace plans. We will have also timely discussions with the President of the European Investment Bank on how to increase the involvement of the bank in supporting the EU foreign policy and also strategic projects. For us, it's really important that the European Investment Bank supports the reforms, the increase and strengthening of the administrative capacity, the protection of critical infrastructure in candidate countries like Ukraine, Republic of Moldova, or the countries in the Western Balkans, but also connectivity projects in the area of the Black Sea. Thank you.
Minister, just one question, please. One question concerning the changes of Mr. Biden withdrawing from the race. How can Europe, Minister, be prepared for the next President of the United States, especially that we see that Mr. Trump is not making a big high of the support?
The US is and will remain a strategic partner for Romania and for the EU. Will not comment elections in our strategic partner. Yes, thank you.